Today's adventure begins as a recording of a Saturday, January 27th, 2024. I believe these cones are set over here because there is a race. Like a half marathon's going through Celebration tomorrow. It's pretty congested up here. Look, a lot of people have their cars parked over here at the Celebration Hotel. They're probably in town for the race. Interesting. So I'm not going to be able to get over on the Market Street because, well, I'm not going to be able to park this on Market Street because they have everything set up for the race over here. So I got to turn around. And the streets are all closed off down here. When I have to go over to the other section, get parking, even for this little thing. Can't just park it anywhere. I usually can pull up in here. Any Celebration resident says towing enforced parking decal required, but because of the race tomorrow, they have this huge fence up, so no go on that either. I could park right here. There's 2 spots for electric vehicles, but yeah, the cars always snag them. Sad trombone moment. Sad trombone. All right, I managed to get a spot over here on the post office side of Market Street. Kind of fun to ride a race one day, or run in a race one day. I'm not saying I'm going to, but it'd just be kind of fun. You know, if I did it. I'm trying to drop a little bit of weight, hitting the treadmill a little more often. I built that home gym, so you never know what the future holds, but I will not be running tomorrow or walking. And a lot of people don't even run in races. They just will try to finish the race by walking or, you know, jogging or briskly moving down the road. So you don't necessarily, they say it's a race, but you don't necessarily have to like run. I would like to do one of the Run Disney ones. Well, that's a lot of running. I would like to attend one of the Run Disney events. That's what I should say at some point, but they sell out like really quick. Yeah, Market Street's all blocked off. I guess probably the path is going to go through here. I should probably do the intro. Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. I'm gonna have a little walk, do a little walk and talk, and just kind of a relaxing Saturday Eve. And I'm inviting you to join me. Shall you? Even though I've been in this area for a little while, I don't ever recall hearing or seeing any info about this particular event. Either that or maybe it just slipped past my radar, and then I discovered it a couple days ago. I saw something posted online about it. Thought that's pretty neat. Again, who knows? Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Maybe. The weather is so dang nice out here. Everyone utilizing the new rocking chairs that Celebration has recently revamped. Evidently there will be vendors out here tomorrow. I'm kind of curious, so usually each and every Sunday they do the Flea Farmer Art Market. But will they do that with the race? Because usually these are not set up till early Sunday morning, or perhaps maybe they're setting up for the art market now before tomorrow, because no one will be able to get through. Oh, look at this. This looks like that's a gem right there too. That's like the card I have, kind of, but it's like modified with a little trailer park on the back, a little flatbed, if you will. No, this is probably like race registration. Then again, if the race is happening, I don't know what it is. I should probably just stop guessing. I'm gonna go over here to Starbucks and get a coffee. Do a little caffeine. The thing I love about being here, living here, I mean, I was here in an apartment for a couple years before I just bought the house I'm in. But I just love how many events take place all the time in town. Hey, you know, I could have maybe wormed my gym up in here, because here's another one. This is probably for the city, though, because it's the big Celebration sticker on it. So they did not have learned later in the day. It is like later in the late afternoon right now. So dusk will be rearing its head pretty soon. Not quite, but it's just definitely later in the afternoon. But I've learned the Starbucks, most Starbucks, especially the one here in town, does usually not have regular coffee. They'll make you a latte. So what they opted out, because they did not have any of the blonde roast ready, they made me something called an Americano, which is the closest thing to like a regular coffee without getting a latte when they don't have like the blonde roast or the Pike Place or any of that ready. So I went with that and just added a tiny bit of little cream and sugar in it. And I want to talk a little bit about the rest of the year. Not necessarily specific plans, major goals or anything like that, but I just kind of want to talk about what I'm going to be, how I'm going to be presenting things in the fashion. Because I think sometimes there's a little confusion on my part, but also just, you know, in the past, everyone goes through different changes, and, you know, life goes different directions, and you get new developments that happen and things that change dramatically. And everybody makes statements that they don't follow through on, and I'm guilty of that, probably more than most. And in the past, you know, in past years, I guess you couldn't, I'm not going to really label this a New Year's resolution video either, because it's almost the end of January. But basically this year, more than other years, I'm just going with the flow. I'm not going to really make any major assumptions on what I'm going to do as far as life-wise or content-wise. I just bought a house. I just bought that crazy golf cart to ride around town in. Already own a personal vehicle. And I'm going to be traveling. Obviously, I've already stated I'm going to be going to at least 12. Well, 12. I have done 18 stadiums already. But I'm going to do 12 stadiums this year while watching team I root for, the Tampa Bay Rays, when they are playing. So it's going to be a very busy year, especially starting in spring, not only with spring training, but then going from that point up through, you know, the end of the baseball season into September, and then hopefully into October when and crossing my fingers they make the playoffs this year like they usually do, and then hopefully this year is better than past years and they can go a little deep in the playoffs. But that's all beside the point. And then after that, haunt season, SoCal and here. So I'm going to be bouncing around quite a bit. But other than that, I just want to put on record, other than that, I'm going to be local. I'm going to do a lot of local stuff. So I want it to be known kind of what my intentions are for the rest of the year, finishing up this last year of the continuous daily vlogs here on the Daily Woo. There's no real promises other than just the few things I just said with the travel plans and the baseball and the haunt stuff later, and a few conventions here and there, but a lot of it is going to be in the immediate area, and that's just how it is. And I know not everyone's going to be happy with that, but at this point, that's what I'm going to do. And there are new projects looming later in the year, but definitely into 2025. Now, I've stated that before, so I'm not going to really go into that. You know, that announcements again with starting the new projects and ending this continuous daily vlogs in 2024, and then in 2025 starting something new. But as far as this year goes, 2024, it's going to be, as I stated, it's going to be a lot of stuff. Walt Disney World stuff, you know, Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom sometimes, and events, localized events. And I also have to, you know, send a thank you to those out there who are understanding in their mindset of realizing that this month, you know, has kind of been mellow when it comes to me doing anything super exciting, going out of the realm of the celebration bubble and the WDW bubble. And the reason for that is just purchasing a new house, really trying to soak it in and not immediately wanting to travel. So I hope that people understand where I'm coming from with that, and that's going to continue over the next month or two up until spring, and then I'm going to hit the road, hit a lot of plane flights. I have also gotten to the point in this really weird YouTube career, call it a job, call it whatever you want. I mean, I know some of those people say, oh, you should get a real job, whatever that means. But this, in a roundabout way, is how I make income, and it's based on making videos. And years ago, I cut out any sort of funding from anyone, whether it be merchandise. I no longer sell merchandise. I no longer have any sort of crowdfunding sites. I haven't in quite a while. Do not have a Patreon account. I do not ask for anything. I don't do any live streams. I don't have any super chat. I request that no one gives me anything ever, and I will never ask for anything, you know, other than anybody that enjoys watching. If they like the videos, to continue watching. I don't even ask for people to subscribe. I don't ask people to give a thumbs up. None of that kind of stuff. I'm not asking people to share the videos. If you like the videos and you enjoy watching them, then I really appreciate that we are kindred spirits and we're on the same page and we're along for the same wacky unusual, sometimes very exciting, sometimes very lame, sometimes very dialed in, sometimes very boring ride. This channel is kind of morphed into a diary of sorts, like a daily diary. So when it comes to, you know, not even really asking people to do anything or contribute anything other than the time it takes to watch the videos, which is very appreciated, because without that, I would not be able to make the income I am making by viewerships based on the ads. A lot of people ask, how do you make money? It's not based on, you know, getting money out of anyone. It's coming from the advertiser, which I think that is a really good way of looking at it, because the content is free, doesn't cost a dime to anyone. Anyone, it's a free country, come in and out whenever you want, watch a video, not watch a video, scroll through it, see the title, and I'm very obvious about what the videos are going to be with the title. When I state, you know, what it's going to be, it's always going to be in the title. It's not I'm not here to mislead. So it always does fascinate me when there are select few who feel as if they have to chime in very, very negatively and feel like they are owed something. And I don't know anyone anything at this point. I'm just putting that out there. So I'm going to ask for anyone that is not on this wavelength, or maybe possibly does not agree with my sentiments of what I am stating and feel as if that I should be doing what they feel I need to be doing. I'm just gonna ask to kindly not watch anymore. Unsubscribe, click whatever it is that you have to do to not get anything in your feed, and just pretend I don't exist anymore. Yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna live my life. I'm gonna live here in town. I am gonna travel at my own accord when the whim hits me. And I'm gonna do my own thing, and I'm gonna go to Disney. And I'm gonna go to baseball games, and I'm gonna do some stuff that not everyone approves of. No matter what I do, because I have done such a wide variety of content over the years, people have found me through certain things I have done. And when someone finds you based on one certain thing that they like, when you do something other than that, there is a percentage who will not like that said thing. So, for those that understand that this is just going to be a mixed bag, I appreciate that and hope you stick around. For everyone else, do as you please and do as you must. But I'm no longer going to cater and try to appease to opinions. And again, for those who don't agree, if you don't chime in and aren't opinionated about anything I'm doing from this point on, if you kind of understand what I just said, you know, if you don't make yourself known with your opinions on what I just said and disagree with them, if you just say, you know what, I'm just going to move on with my life and let Adam get along with his life, then I won't know what you're doing and you won't know what I'm doing, and we can just part ways. Because I'm at that point right now in my life and my, again, this unusual career, if you will, that I'm just not really concerned with opinions. Wow, look at the freaking sunset over there. Look at that. And truthfully, I know some really get bothered. I mean, it's like you invest time and effort into someone's life, and you know, I put myself out there, so I could definitely understand how people, you know, they definitely have thoughts on what they should share and what they feel like someone that they're viewing should be doing. You know, it's like they build up a little bit of a relationship with the viewership. You know, when you're watching, I do it too when I'm watching something. So it's understandable. But I feel like for those who kind of go down a little too deep down the rabbit hole of feeling like they should tell someone what to do, I feel if that is something that engulfs their life on a pretty regular basis, then maybe it's probably not the healthiest thing to be watching them, aka me. But just cut ties. Make sense? All right, now that I have addressed the select few percent to everyone else, thank you so much for just carrying on and being with me. I think there is something nice about consistency. Consistency pretty much has built my, whatever it is this is consistency. I don't think it's anything else. I think it is the consistency, putting stuff out there and people finding it and latching onto it if they're on the same page. Now, just to add on, definitely really excited about the rest of the year. Really excited about working in some new projects, getting those figured out. And this rest of this year is going to go by very, very, very quickly. I mean, this month is almost over. So really there's only a little over 11 months left before I end the continuous daily videos. And I won't be retiring or anything like that. I'm just gonna move on to other projects. Gonna set up the studio here in the next few months, hopefully by mid-spring and into summer, and get all that ready to go. And I'm still also gonna be traveling and doing my thing. I'm just not gonna be putting a video up each and every single day. I'm gonna try to get through this year without missing any days, but who knows if that'll happen. I might skip a day or two as well, but I say consistent daily vlogs. I just mean a really regular basis. Sometimes that just wears you down after doing this for like 11 or 12 years. Yeah, it looks like this is part of the route right here. Again, I did state how doing a lot of localized stuff, that does not mean I'm not going to be traveling. I'm going to be doing a lot. It really does seem, because I'm, usually I will be out either on the road or booking flights all the time. But I think because I've been localized to within the, 5 or 10 miles from my house in the last month and a half, it's a little different. It's different for me too, so I get it. Definitely different for me to be not in a different state every couple days. But I will be later in the year. A lot of California stuff too. Let's put that out there too. I got a lot of California stuff coming up this year as well. A lot in August. In fact, on my birthday, on my 50th birthday, I'll be in California on my birthday for D23 Expo, the Disney Expo. And then I'll be back out there again the next month, September, for haunt season. So I'm going to be spending a lot of time in August and September in SoCal as well. So just putting that out there too.